Hey, Instagram. All right, let me check and make sure that I'm live here in our Facebook group. So I am dual streaming right now. Okay, good. I am dual streaming right now on Instagram and on Facebook. Let me turn this down. Hey, Instagram. I am going to be paying attention to Facebook because I haven't gotten the hang of really doing this dual streaming thing yet. So I'm going to be spending my time over on Facebook. If you want to be able to ask questions and get up into this whole content stuff, you definitely want to come into my Facebook group, Magnetic Messaging and Marketing for Coaches. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here today. We're going to be talking about content. As you know, right now, I am promoting my social posting success workshop. And so I've been speaking to a lot of people lately about their content creation, just to kind of get up in the heads of the people in my audience, what they're feeling, what they're going through, what their process is like when it comes to creating content. Hey, how are you guys on Instagram? Hey, guys on Facebook, definitely say hello. And so, the biggest thing that I've been hearing from people is it's taking me too long to create content. It's taking me too long to create content. Now, I know that the reason why this is happening, and I'm going to give you some of those reasons why. I'm also going to give you some real good tips that's going to help you today. But I know one of the main reasons why this is happening is because a lot of you are overthinking your content process, number one. And then number two, you're not planning out content, right? And so like for me, I am somebody who can definitely create content in real time. But when it comes to creating content that sells, I need a plan, right? I need a plan. So it's one thing, like, many of you have been following me for a long time. You know that I've been going through some health challenges lately. When it comes to writing those type of content that empowers and inspires people, that comes really easy to me because I'm speaking about my current situation. I'm speaking about things that's happening right now. However, that type of content is not curated or created to sell. Hey, Amarimba, how are you, darling? Thanks for joining. Right. So it's not created to sell. Does that make sense? And so we're talking in the social posting success workshop. It's all about creating content that converts. And so today I want to talk to you about creating content quickly. The title for this live is Creating Content Doesn't Have to Be So Long. And it really doesn't. It doesn't have to be so long. So if you are someone, I spoke to someone really recently, one of my clients, and she told me it takes like 2 hours for her to create one post. And she's been actively working on getting better at that, right? Some people, I did some research. I found out that a lot of entrepreneurs, it takes about 8 to 10 hours per week just for you to create content. And I'm telling you, coming from somebody who deals with growing a multiple six-figure business, taking care of children, family, being sick, having to go to treatment, all type of things that I'm doing right now, I can tell you that 8 to 10 hours is too long to be spending on creating content. Okay, it's way too long. And so you want to put things into place that's going to help you do this a lot faster. And that's what today is about. Okay. So again, if you're on Instagram, sorry, I have not really grasped the whole dual live streaming thing yet. So y'all probably going to see me looking at my Facebook because that's where I usually go live. I also want to invite you to come inside of my Facebook group because this is where exclusive content is, okay? This is where you get the juice. This is where you get to ask your questions. This is where you want to be if you're looking to grow your business, okay? And on Facebook, don't forget to say hello below. Don't forget to say hello. All right, so let's jump in. So number one, the first thing I want to talk about is creating content plans. All right. It's really important that you have a plan, right? When you are thinking of doing anything, you want a roadmap. You want to be able to look in the future and see what you have coming so you can plan earlier. Okay. That is like what I'm saying. One of the reasons why it's taking you a long time to create content is because you don't have a plan. So here's 3 things, and there's a lot more that I can talk about, and we're going to talk about that in the social posting success workshop. But today I want to give you like the 3 main things that you want to think about in your content plan. Write this down. Make sure you're taking notes. I'm going to be speaking real fast. Okay. Hey, Demonica, how you doing, darling? I'm going to be talking really, really fast. I just said hey to you, but I'm looking at the comments in the tablet. But yeah, so number 1 is your themes. Themes, write that down. You want to have monthly themes, okay? And themes are just your topic for the month. in your niche, there are some main things that you talk about. So let's say you are a fitness coach. You may talk about transformations, right? You may talk about recipes. You may talk about fitness tips, maybe workout tips, or have different things or different themes that you talk about in your business. For me, I talk about messaging. I talk about different types of marketing. So sometimes I talk about email marketing. Sometimes I talk about lead generation, which also has to do with marketing. Sometimes I talk about collaborations, what I call BOPAs, borrowing other people's audiences. These are themes. And you want to have monthly themes. Can you have multiple themes in a year? Absolutely. Why am I talking about a year? Because in my business, in Market Your Message, what we do is we plan a year in advance. What I do with clients is we plan a year in advance. So by January 1st, we already know what our themes are, our 12 themes. Come on, guys, 12 is only 12. 12, you can open up your notebook and you can write down 12 themes, topics that you could talk about for the month. And your content plan should have that. Now, here is a bonus tip for you. And this is going to be all about being able to convert. You want to make sure that you're choosing your themes from the offer that you're going to be selling for that year, for that month. Sorry. Okay. You want to make sure you are choosing the themes that you're going to be selling for that month. So let me give you an example. My offer for this month is the Social Posting Success Workshop that we're going to be doing on November 9th. And we have a second date on the 12th, right? And so I knew that social media posting was my theme for this month. Okay, so that means that if you look at my content, whether on Instagram, whether in our Facebook group, it doesn't matter where you go, on Twitter, don't matter where you go, and you look me up, you are going to see that all the tips and all the content that we have been putting out this month has been focused on social posting. Why? Because our offer is about social posting. Okay, so yes, you want to choose your themes, but you also want to make sure that it stems from your offer. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Hey, Jonica, how you doing? You want to make sure that those themes stem from your offer. Now, let me say this because I know that I speak to a lot of coaches. Y'all know that's who I work with. And so for you guys, you don't have 50 million offers, okay? Unless you are selling digital products, for the most part, you do not have 12 and 15 different offers. You may have a course, you may have a digital product, one or two, and then you may have a signature program. It is okay to have your program releasing multiple times for the year. So maybe you release, like, for example, my Market Your Message program, that really goes out like every couple of months. We open the doors to Market Your Message, right? And we're focused on that. So it's okay if you have that same offer for multiple times. Do not overthink this. Do not overthink this. The goal with your content plan is just to have a theme and give you some type of, organization, seriously, because the reason why you spend 2 hours to create one post, the reason why it takes you so long is because in that sitting, you have to figure out, what am I going to talk about? Whom am I speaking to? Where am I going to get inspiration from? What question am I going to answer? What am I going to promote on this live stream? And when you got to think of all of that at one time, that's where your time is being gobbled up at. Right? That's why it's taking so long. So you want to choose your theme in the beginning of, your plan, when you're creating your plan. 12 themes. Yes, Crystal. And it's okay. And I'm glad that you are at the point where you can say that, I've been overthinking this, right? And here's another thing, and this is just coming to me. Here's another thing. Crystal, real quick, tell me what you do. Just remind me what you do. I know you're a life coach, but just remind me in the comments what you do, because I'm going to use you for an example. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to come back and use you for an example, okay? So number one, you want to write your themes. Number two, you need your dates. You need the date. So the date that you're going to be releasing your offer. Why is this important? Because you want to know how much of your content, like how much time do you need to put out content for. So for example, we know that our workshop, the Social Posting Success Workshop, is November 9th, right? And so y'all would notice that since last Monday, we started speaking about the social posting, right? Because we are gearing up for the 9th. So by knowing the date that we're going to be releasing a particular offer, we know when we have to start talking about that theme, that topic. Does that make sense, guys? Those of you who are Instagram, let me know if that makes sense to you below. Okay, so you want to have your date. So let's recap. You want your theme, and then you want your dates. Now I want you guys to just make this easy. Do not overthink this. If you go on Google, you can print out a 30-day empty calendar that just basically November is coming up, and it would just basically have from the 1st to every day in that month. Okay, you could print it out, and then you could just write out, put your theme on the top of the paper, and then plug in your dates when you're going to be releasing your offers. Okay, so many of you are going to have Black Friday offers, right? Many of you are going to be trying to do something for Thanksgiving, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Put the date in the calendar, because that's going to help you with knowing when you have to start talking about that particular topic. Okay. And then number 3 is your topics. And I probably shouldn't have mixed that up because I don't want to confuse you guys. There is a difference between your theme and your topic. Okay. And I am going to break this down for you. So Crystal says, I help women connect with their purpose so they can live a life that they were meant to live. So I'm going to try to use Crystal. And Crystal, you and I got to talk because we got to get a little clarity here. We're going to have to get a little clarity with that one. But for now, I'm going to use what you have. So she helps women, and she's helping them with living a life of purpose. And so I'm going to assume that one of her themes can probably be mindset. Another theme that she can come up with is probably purpose. Like, what does that mean? Purpose, right? Another theme she can come up with is probably meeting goals, defining goals and meeting goals. Those are 3 themes. That's already, and I hope you're writing this down, Crystal. That's already November, December, and January that I just gave you. Mindset, purpose, goals. That's 3 themes. That's November, December, and January. So now let's break it down into topics. We're going to start with November. So if you're talking about mindset in November, you want to come up with 4 or 5 topics. Write that down, guys. And I'm doing this live. I do not have anything in front of me. So if I can do this and that is not my niche, then you have no excuse why you can't do this. Okay. So she's talking about mindset in November. She needs 4 topics. So that way each week she has a topic that she's talking about. So maybe on week 1, she's going to talk about why your mindset is important. Write that down, Crystal, because I'm giving it to you. Why your mindset is important. Okay. Maybe in week 2, she is going to talk about 3 tips to master your mindset. Write that down. Maybe in week 3, she is going to interview somebody that is in mindset. Okay. That's another tip that I wasn't thinking about giving you. You don't always have to be the original person that's creating content. That's how you build relationships. You could bring someone else that talks about mindset that could come on in and help your audience. That is what positions you as a leader. A lot of people have this misconception that the only way you're going to be seen as a leader is if you're the only one bringing the content. The truth is you're seen more as a leader when you're able to bring other people into your audience as well. Right? So you see that. So week 1, we're talking about why mindset is important. Week 2, we're talking about 3 tips to master your mindset. Week 3, she's going to interview somebody about mindset. And then maybe on week 4, she's going to talk about why you struggle with your mindset. Right? So why you need it was week 1. Week 4 is why you struggle. Okay. Now, why is this going to be good for Crystal? Because she works with women who wants to live in their purpose. Right? And mindset is a big thing when it comes to living in your purpose. It's a big thing that people struggle with. So if she talks about this and she has these topics every week, she is going to easily attract people who need her. Is that making sense for you guys? Okay. So we're going to recap. Number 1, you're going to need your theme for the month. For Crystal, it was mindset. Number 2, you're going to want to plug in the dates of your offer so you can make sure that your content is leading up to your offer. Many of you struggle and feel like I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to keep promoting. But I hope that you guys are listening to me and you're realizing that if you follow what I'm telling you, you won't come off salesy. You're teaching, you're positioning yourself, and you can easily talk about your offer. How many times have I mentioned the social posting success workshop since I have been live for the last 5 minutes? And it is not hard for me to do. Why? Because there is a plan. You need a plan. Okay. So theme, date, topics. Theme, date, topics. I'm going to challenge you guys to do November. Do November. Those of you who are on Instagram, you really want to be in my Facebook group because you can post this in the group and I will give you some feedback. Those of you who are in the group, post it in the group. I want you to put out your themes today, magnetic messaging and marketing for coaches. What's your name? It says True You Pod. Tell me what's your name so I could call you by your name, okay? So it's magnetic messaging and marketing for coaches. If you click the link in my bio, you could go right to the Facebook group. So I'm challenging you guys today. I want you to give me your theme for November. I want you to give me the date that you're going to release your offer. And I want you to tell me what are the 4 topics that stem from that theme. And I'm going to give you some feedback. All right. All right. So number 1 was you got to create a content plan. Let's move on. Number 2 is you want to decide on a specific time when you're going to create content. This is important. Now, I know many of you look at me and you're like, well, Niala, you have a team. That's why it's so easy for you. But I'm going to talk to you about how it was for me about 4 years ago before I had a team. When I was just me trying to grow a business, I had a little virtual assistant that used to do a little something for me, but they wasn't doing anything for like social media. That was all me. And my time was Sundays. Okay, so on Sunday, I used to spend about 3 to 4 hours to map out my content. Okay, and what I would do is if I wanted to do 2 or 3 videos, I would record those videos in that 3 to 4 hours. I would schedule my posts. I hope you guys are writing this down. So you want to batch content, schedule content, reschedule content. Write that down. Batch content, schedule content, reschedule content. So Sunday was my time. And that's how we batch content. So when you see what's going to make batching content easy is because you already know what your topic is for that week. Right? It didn't take me nothing to open up my notebook and just write down the 3 points that I wanted to talk to you about because it was already on my content plan. All right. And remember, you're the expert. So it shouldn't take you that long to talk about what you're good at. If it's taking you long, then maybe we're not talking about what we're good at. That's another story. Okay. So batch content, schedule content, reschedule content. So batching is making sure that you are choosing a specific time to record whatever it is. You don't have to always do live streams. You can be writing out posts. You can do audios. You can record your videos and post it. It really doesn't matter. That part is really small. People put a lot of thought into that. And that's the part that doesn't matter. What matters is what you're going to talk about in whatever way you're going to talk about it. That's what matters, right? So that's batching. Scheduling, making sure that you're using the right tools. Okay. I always tell my clients that you are only as good as the tools that you use. Okay. You are only as good as the tools that you use. So let me give you guys an example. Every Monday, we do Money Marketing Monday with Niala in my Facebook group, right? And those of you in the Facebook group know that every day you see that video replays, okay? And we use a tool called OneStream. And what that does is it replays our live videos over and over again. Why do we do that? Let's talk about this. I have over 3,000 people in my Facebook group. However, because of the algorithms, only about 50 to 100 people might see a video, okay? And so many of you, the mistake that you're making with your content is you put it out once and you expect that all 1,000 of your friends and all 5,000 of your followers is going to see that post. That's not the way it works. So you've got to continue to reschedule the content so more people can see it. Does that make sense? So you could get more eyes on your content. So you want to not just schedule it once, you also want to reschedule that content. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense on Facebook and Instagram. All right. But you can't do that if you're not using the right tools. So I'm going to give you 2 of my favorite tools. I just gave you OneStream that reschedules all of my live streams. So that's how I am able to only show up once a week. And people in my Facebook group will tell you I show up once a week, yet I'm here everywhere, all over. I have not been on Twitter in years, but I'm on Twitter, right? Because we have content. And we reschedule content and we break it down to go in different places. That's a whole nother training. I don't want to confuse you. We'll talk about that another time. I'm going to be talking a little bit about that in the workshop. So my scheduling software that I like is CoSchedule. And I'm going to tell you why I like CoSchedule. Okay, so some of you are using Hootsuite. Maybe on Instagram, you're using Planoly. There are other ones I don't even want to try to remember, but I'm going to tell you why I love CoSchedule. CoSchedule has a feature called Requeue. Okay. And what it does is like artificial intelligence. So it basically, looks at when your particular audience is online, when they engage the most, and it starts to repost things for you without you having to actually go into the program. So when you schedule something, it will just requeue it to go out at a later date over and over and over. And so many of you know that when I got diagnosed in April, I had to stop working for a little while because I was in treatment every day. But you still saw that content was going out every day. Why? Because of CoSchedule, right? Why do we always have engagement posts going out in our coaching group and I'm not the one doing it? Because of CoSchedule. It requeues things for me. So those of you who have 9-to-5 jobs and you find that your social media content planning is becoming overwhelming, it's because you're not using the right tools. Okay. So CoSchedule is the favorite for scheduling, and OneStream is my favorite for reposting my live streams and making sure that I get the most reach that I can get. Okay. All right. So is this good for you? Give me a 1 below on Instagram if this is good for you. Give me a 1 below on Facebook, if you're feeling me, if you understand what I'm saying and this is good for you. Okay. All right. So we talked about creating a content plan. We talked about making sure that you decide the specific time you're going to create content, making sure that you use the right tools. Here's another one. So I had a call with one of my clients the other day. Okay, one. Good. One. Awesome. One. Okay. So I had a call with my client. Shout out to Monique. Y'all should check out Monique. She helps people with their video marketing. So I love what Monique does. But I had a call with Monique and she asked me, she said, well, Niala, do you just have like a whole list of live streams that you do? How do you just come up with these topics so quickly? And so I shared my screen and I showed her what I call is a topic bank. All right, a topic bank. And I didn't plan on doing this, but I'm inspired right now. And I feel like giving you guys this tip because I feel like this is something that's going to help you all even deeper, even more. So write this down. Number one, I want you guys to come up with 7 questions that people will want to know before hiring you. 7 questions. So let's say you are a website designer. They may want to know, what's the process in creating a website. Maybe they want to know what they need. Like, what do they need to have in place to get a website created? Maybe these are some of the questions that they would have before hiring you. I want you to write that down. Okay. And then what you do from that is you break those questions down into different topics that you can teach people. So I showed her that one of my questions that people would ask is how to get coaching clients, right? How to start getting coaching clients. All right. And that's mostly for new coaches. And I had broke that down into, getting coaching clients, the ABCs, right? 2 things that you need to have in place to start getting coaching clients, right? An easy way to get coaching clients today. Making this up in my head, guys, okay? And I come up with something called a topic bank, and I have it in a Google Doc. So that way, once I know my theme for the month, I can easily go and pull topics. We're talking about creating content fast. That's what we're talking about in this live stream, creating content fast. So if you have the right things in place from jump, you'll be able to create content fast, okay? So think about having some type of topic bank. Is this like really important to do? No, but it's just an extra tip that I believe will help you all. All right. All right. Here's my last one. And this one is going to be big for those of you on Instagram, because I know a lot of you think about your aesthetics and Facebook ain't into all of that. That's why I kind of left Instagram for a couple of years and came over to Facebook, because Instagram is all about the aesthetics. But this is about creating content fast. Okay. So let's talk about this. You need to create something called branded templates. All right, branded templates. Okay. And I'm talking about this for 2 reasons. Here's my plug. For the social posting success workshop, one of the bonuses that we're giving away for free is that my graphic designers is going to create your branded templates for you. All right. Why is this important? Because let's say that you wanted to post, schedule out your post and you're really going to follow what I'm telling you. You don't have to start from scratch. You can open up Canva, especially for those of you who are solopreneurs and you don't have a team. You could open up Canva and you could just plug your post in and done. Schedule it. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Bam, bam, wham. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So that's how fast you could do this, right? If you had some templates created. Okay. Again, for Instagram, this is going to be good because now you can brand it, and now your social media profile, your Instagram profile will look nice and be branded and appealing to people. And for those of you on Facebook, regardless to what, this is going to help you create content fast. Another bonus that we're giving you for the Social Posting Success Workshop is we're giving you 365 quotes. So the time that you're taking to go and look at everybody's Instagram so you can pull their quotes, you don't got to do that no more. You're going to get a file with 365 quotes. So if you had 2 branded quote templates, you can literally in 1 hour just plug in, download, next quote, download. And just like that, you have 1 quote to go out every single day for the next year. Okay. One of the posting recipes that I always give my client is you want to, number 1, every day, empower, educate, and you want to sell. Okay. So that means that you can put out 1 quote a day, 1 tip a day, and 1 promo a day. And that would be a beautiful recipe where you're not salesy and you are still empowering and inspiring people while educating people while getting your sales. And if you don't want it to be so long, you're going to want to create branded templates. Okay. Now, whether you take me up on the offer or not to come into the Social Posting Success Workshop, by the way, those of you who are on Facebook, in the title, the link is right there. It's $47 to join. It's a 3 to 4 hour class. And we're going to talk all about your social posting, being able to create irresistible and engaging posts that get you sales, strategy sessions, whatever it is that you're looking for in your business, gives you results. Okay. But the bonuses is you getting those branded templates, and that ends today. So are you guys seeing this? Because really, I'm teaching you while doing this in real time. My offer is the workshop. We're talking about content. I can easily sell you what I have coming because we have a plan. And I don't have to feel uncomfortable about it because I already know that my free content is going to give you some good stuff. So whether you decide to join me or not, you'll be able to leave with some good stuff, right? You could take action on it. But for those of you who want to get deeper, for those of you who really want to master being able to write social media posting that evokes the action that you're looking for, then you could come on into the workshop. And these are the bonuses that we have for you, right? So the branded templates end today. And that's the reason why we're talking about this. And we're going to design that for you. So once you get your ticket, you're going to get an email from my team, and they're going to ask you to give us their brand colors, your fonts, a few of your pictures, and we're going to create that for you. All right. That's number 1. You're also getting 365 quotes. That's number 2. You're also getting 50, if I'm not mistaken, conversation starters, engaging posts. What's going to help you create conversations with your ideal clients? You can use this in your Facebook groups or your profile, right? We're also giving you a social media content planner. And this is all from being a part of the Social Posting Success Workshop. All right. So I want to encourage you guys that if you love this and you're ready to go forward and get more deeper into your creating your content, get your ticket to the Social Posting Success Workshop. All right. Now, for those of you who are not going to join me, here's my tip for you. Canva. If you go in Canva has like so many templates, guys. All right. Do I advise this? Not really. And I'm going to give you my reason why. You're not a graphic designer. I know I'm not. And when I was doing it for myself, you could see how cheesy it was. Y'all could go back and look at my content from like 3-4 years ago, and you could see how cheesy it was because I was doing it myself and I'm not a graphic designer, right? But that doesn't mean you can't do it. Like, don't use this as an excuse to not get it done. Canva has some wonderful templates. You can go in there, create 4 to 5 templates. You're going to write this down. You're going to want at least 2 quote templates. Okay. You're going to want a testimonial template. All right. You're going to want a tip template. Okay. So that's like the bare minimum. So 2 quote templates, a testimonial template, and a tip template. All right. So that way you can start to create content faster. This is going to be really important for you guys. All right. So let's recap who we have here. Hey, Demonica, what you laughing at? I don't even know what I said funny, but tell me what I said funny, girl. So let's recap one more time. Number one, you want to create a content plan. What do you want to have in your content plan? You want your monthly themes. You want your dates that you're going to release your offer, and you want your subtopics. I challenge you guys to write that in my Facebook group so you can get feedback from me. Number two, you want to decide on a specific time you're going to create content. Those of you who have 9-to-5 jobs, like you of all people, need to listen to what I'm saying, right? Because somebody like me who's a full-time entrepreneur, I don't really have to think about, this anymore, but you do. You need to think about when can I, carve out 3 to 4 hours. Sorry, I'm getting a little nauseous while I'm talking to y'all. Y'all know I had this treatment yesterday, and it's a new protocol, and I went through it good, but today I did start feeling like, ugh. So excuse me, but we're almost done. So what am I saying? Yeah, carve out 3 to 4 hours in the week that you could create your content, okay? Another thing that's going to help you is the tools that you use. I gave you 2 different tools, OneStream and yes, girl, please come to the group. You won't love it. So OneStream and CoSchedule. Okay. And I'm going to leave those links for you in the Facebook group. So that way y'all can easily, and yes, I do get a commission. That's another thing I could teach you about at another day. Yes, I do get a commission for that if you do come under me. What else? Keeping a topic bank. That's another tip that we spoke about. So having a topic bank, that will help you be able to pull things on the fly. One of the things that I'm going to show you in the social posting success workshop is that I'm going to show you how to use like real time, like things that are happening real time to create content. But this is, you can still create a topic bank, and that works as well. The only reason why I really like to be able to teach my people real time, and especially for those of you who are new to me, is because real time helps you connect with people, right? So like when I post out content of what's going on in my life as it's happening, I get a lot more engagement. People connect with me more because they know like the authenticity behind it. It's not something that's like made up. It's like real time. And it's really easy to do once I teach you how to do that and what you need to look for in your day. I think a lot of people are very unaware of what's happening around them, and they don't realize that content is all around you. It's just what to look for and how to share it, how to connect it to what you sell. And I'm going to teach you that in the social posting success workshop. And then number 3 is creating branded templates. That's going to help you. So one of my clients, and I work with a lot of baby boomers, like older millennials and baby boomers. And, my baby boomers, they're not really techie. And so one of the things that they tell me is, oh my goodness, Niala, just looking at Canva, it gets overwhelming, which is why I'm giving you guys this bonus. And when you think of the tech, once you get overwhelmed and you get all in your head, you end up not doing anything at all. And that's not what you want, right? That's not what you want. So having the templates done already makes it faster for you to just plug things in, hit post, schedule, boom, and you're done. All right. So I hope that this was, Demonica said, you said, I'm doing this in real time, selling to you, yes, real time. Real time. And that's why I like to teach you guys in real time, because at the end of the day, like you cannot tell me that what I'm saying isn't the truth because you see me doing it, right? And so you see it happening, right? So just, listen. That's all I can say. Some of you aren't going to listen, but those of you who will are going to see the difference and the time that you're going to save from following the tips that I've given you today. All right. So again, I'm going to leave those links for you on Facebook. On Instagram. You know what? I don't want to mess up my phone. So if you want to join the social posting success workshop, all you have to do is click the link in my bio, the first button, and that will take you right over to the page so you can grab your spot. And don't forget that today is the day that those branded templates disappear. Why am I doing this? To push you guys to get your seat. But not only that, my graphic designers are going to be doing this for you. And so we cannot wait until the last minute. We have a lot of people who already grabbed their seat. That's a lot of work we have to do. And so we need to cut it off and make sure that we know how many people we're creating for, so you can have your templates by the 9th of November when class starts. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you for joining. I am getting ready to go back in the bed. Yes, I didn't do any makeup. I just threw on a wig and that was it. That was it. I'm in pajama pants. Okay. So I'm getting ready to turn this light off and get back into bed. I just wanted to come and give you all some content. And I will see you all next week. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Okay. Bye, Instagram. All right. Let me end this video. And we're going to do what here? Do we share it to IGTV? Okay, I'll share it after. Bye, Facebook. See you guys later, okay? I'm going to leave those links for y'all. I'll see you later. Okay, and